Hey there guys, welcome to this video on this 2018 Challenger. We're going to be changing the oil and changing out the fuel filters, and I'm going to show you all how to do it without hopefully making too many mistakes. So let's get right into the video. First off, you're going to want to pop the hood. There's a keyhole located on the left side of the hood. You'll turn that and push that down. We have this on our manure spreaders right now. You'll want to locate these latches here. There should be two on the front shield, one there, and then there's should be two on this shield, but we're currently missing one, but you can see that one there, and there's the missing one. Then we'll go over to the other side here. We're currently got that one there, but we're missing the other one out of that one as well. We're missing another one on this side. So now we're going to locate the oil filter. What's nice is with these movable fenders, you can just pull and push them right out of the way. The oil filter is going to be located on the right hand side of the tractor, right here underneath this canister. Next, we're going to move under the tractor. We're going to locate the drain plug, which we found it. It's right here. This is going to require an H12 hex socket in order to take that drain plug out. And just something to kind of keep in mind during the oil change, it's always nice to have a bigger drain pan, kind of like this one here that's shown, just because of the oil mess they can make. So now while we're waiting on the oil to drain, we can take the oil filter off and mind the extensions. The smallest size I had was an inch adapter, so inch to 3/4 and 3/4 to half. But just spin that filter right on out, and it's going to be a canister oil filter, so there shouldn't be any oil left over inside the canister itself because these are drain back filters, and it should all drain right down into the oil pan. The size that you'll need to take off the oil filter is 1 inch and 7/16. So let's head to the bench here and get ready to put the new oil filter on. We're going to take that O-ring off. I left the part number here for you if you guys need to know from AGCO. Your new filter should come with an oil ring to replace. Let's get that put on there quick, and we'll snap the new filter right in place. Just like that. Should stay inside the lid, ready to put it on the tractor. Reinsert it into the tractor, screw it down by hand is normally what I like to do, and then go in there, and once it is tight with a wrench, I like to go just about 1/8 of a turn, not quite a 1/4 turn, just until it's nice and snug. You don't want to break those plastic caps that are in there. You will need to remove the lower half shield here to get access to the actual fuel filter that is on the upper fuel filter, I call it. There are 4 bolts that I'm pointing out right here. They're just simple screw out bolts. Move that to access that. Why you want to do that is because the drain plug is actually located on the bottom of the fuel filter housing. It's going to be a 36mm nut to take that top piece off there. See how it's full of fuel? You don't want any of that old fuel going into your new fuel filter. There's the spin off here. You're just going to want to spin that kind of what you would call clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on which way you're looking at it really, but I spun it clockwise. Drain all that old fuel out of there. This is your particle filter. You don't want any between metal filings or dirt or rocks or anything like that in your fuel. Just going to drain that right into the oil fill tank there for the used oil. So for the next part of this video, this is what it's going to look like when you get your fuel filter put in with the new O-ring. It's just going to slide right back in place. Kind of takes a second there because it's kind of a weird angle. Sometimes they want you to put the filter on and then put the cap on, but kind of snapped into place for me. Like I said, you want to tighten it down by hand until that seal is just about in place there. And you can grab your 36mm socket to take that and start tightening that up. So on to the next part here. We go from this fuel filter and just kind of look down to the right there. There's going to be a plastic shield right there. You'll unsnap that, and this is going to be your water fuel separator here. You'll see that bottom plastic piece there. There is a connector on the bottom of it that you're going to have to unhook and rehook back up. Now the priming sequence of this is kind of a little weird. There is an off and on and a prime. This is that sensor I was talking about. You'll want to switch that so it's switched to a 45-degree turn right there. And then I leave the top filter open just so that way I can make sure that I am priming the system. You'll see here that I've already kind of primed it to begin with, and this is draining out the fresh fuel here. So it's just that little piece there. You're going to want to push turn to the left, and it's going to push the primer out for you. You're going to want to push this until you feel a lot of resistance on it, and you'll kind of see the flow kind of start to pick up here while I am pumping the primer down. When you're finished pumping with the primer, you simply push it in, spin it clockwise, and it will be locked in place for storage use. Don't forget to tighten up your top fuel filter housing so that way that's not leaking on you. Make sure that's good and tight. Alrighty, so the next part here is we're going to be putting this shield back on. This is the side shield. There's a slat that goes in place right down there. You can slow this video down on YouTube, but there's 4 bolts. Simply just got to tighten them up, make sure they're all snug in place before you start tightening them down. Had that issue once. Then we're going to reinstall the drain plug underneath. Since it's been draining this entire time, we've had the drain pan underneath. Get that H12 out again. Get ready to tighten it down. It's going to take a little bit. I usually like to go until the plug is snug and then a quarter turn after that. There's also going to be a copper washer underneath of there that you're going to need to, don't lose, definitely don't want to lose. That way you keep tension on that drain plug. So with this tractor, we fill 56 to 60 quarts into this tractor. I was just at the end of the video when I was filling this tractor up. So once your quarts are all put in, it's time to reinstall all the shields on the sides. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I hope this helps you out in the future. If you have any questions on this tractor, I'd love to be able to help and assist with anything that I possibly can. I'll do my best to answer questions. I'm hoping to start doing some more videos like this on different pieces of equipment that we have. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.